Well, hello everyone. Welcome to race number 2 of the Scars Winter Series. I'm your host, Eddie Smith, and this week we're at Auto Club Speedway for the JC Graphics 150. This week we hope to ride the momentum of an amazing first race where we saw a first-time winner, Justin Diaz, take the victory after a crazy last lap at Daytona. This week I think will prove to be just as exciting as this track is really worn out, and worn out tracks historically put on a great show as these guys slip and slide all over the track. Will we see another first-time winner this week? We'll definitely have to wait to find out. Qualifying has about 30 seconds left as we set the field and see who's going to bring us to green. I'm really excited to see this race and see who really can put on a show this week. It's going to be a lot tougher. Daytona, you got the plate racing. You're going to have to really focus on your car, make sure you don't lose it off the corner. They slip and slide. A lot of these guys have been practicing. Have they been practicing in packs? Nope. A little bit. Thursday they did a little bit of practice, but we'll see who did enough practice to know how these cars are going to handle in traffic, and then we'll see. We'll see who did the most work on Thursday night for sure. It looks like we're starting to hit the grid now. We'll see if we can't get a camera angle on the grid, and then we'll kind of go through as guys get up on the track. It looks like the pole was Ryan Hinkle with a 40.627. Really impressive. Almost a tenth faster than almost anybody else on the track. He must have laid down a heck of a lap. Felt really good. Second place, we got Kevin L. Third place, we have Lee Dawson. Fourth place, Jonah Colbert. Fifth place, Sean Pauley. Sixth place, Mark Cook. Seventh place, Scott Tompkins. Eighth place, Stephen McDonald. Ninth place, we have Zach Mahoney. And all these guys are within a tenth of each other. It's really close up here at the top 10. 10th is Daniel Rowe. 11th is Brandon Dittmer. 12th, Aaron Gerwitz. 13th, Alan Smith. 14th, Shane Ledoux. 15th, a newcomer, Justin Cope. 16th, Dorian Hamilton. 17th is Nick Passmore. 18th, John Honecker. And it looks like we got a couple provisionals out there with Philip Nugent and Jeffrey Vickery. Some guys maybe not too sure what they want to do. Looks like John Honecker had an engine change and got sent back to the end of the longest line at the start of the race. So he'll have a definitely, if you're going to pick a favorite, honestly, it's really hard to go against John Honecker. I'm going to definitely be watching him. He's my one to watch for this race. As we grid up and we're getting ready to go, definitely going to watch him, see if he can make his way up to the front. I don't know what passing is going to be like. I think it may be a premium, just because of how these cars are with the high downforce. You see on Kevin's car there, we've got the giant ass spoiler, which means we have a lot of downforce, which means the cars are going to definitely be able to stay on your bumper. The draft is probably going to be a big deal, but as the tires wear out, we're going to start to see guys really we're going to see guys really start to pull away and separate themselves. We find out who's really good at saving tires. We'll go ahead and turn this background music off, and we're going to turn off this, which is awesome. It was up in the way. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how this goes. I didn't run any laps myself, so I don't know what to really expect as far as the racing goes. It races a lot like Michigan. It's a sister track, and they race similar. I think Michigan has a little bit higher groove, a little bit less hard on the car, on the tires, so a lot less grip here. So it'll be fun to watch and see how they manage that part. A lot of people familiar with Michigan, not a lot of people familiar with Auto Club. So we'll see who has the best practices. Pace car comes off, and we're coming to green flag. And Ryan's going to set us off for the JC Race Graphics 150. And we go green. looks like a pretty solid start for both Kevin and Ryan. Looks like Daniel Rowe up top lane goes up to the top side to make it 3 wide before get to the start finish line. Really good start for Ryan. Looks like the bottom line is going to be a little bit quicker to start with. We'll see how that goes later on down the line. As we see, just a nice big pack. Everybody makes through turn 1. I mean, when everybody makes it through turn 1 on lap 1, that's a win. That's a victory. Hey, we've already won. We can pack it up. We can go home. You see Ryan gets a really good start. Ryan goes up the track a little bit. Lee a little bit lower. Seems to get a little bit bigger run. Maybe Ryan got a little tight off the corner. But a really, really good start. Let's do our lap 2 John Honaker check. We kind of see what he's got going on. Looks like he's already moved up a couple of spots, not too many. Probably a good idea to be patient here. This car is really interesting about how it does, how it deals with tires. In that it's really hard to know what track you're going to get to that's going to really hurt the tires and make tire saving important. Like the ARCA car, the fixed setups are so tight that you just have to constantly take care of that right front. You have to baby the right front and make sure that you don't wear it out, because whoever saves it is going to be up at the front at the end. This car is a little bit different. You think you want to save. We had a great battle, a little 3 wide between Daniel Rowe and looks like Aaron Gerwitz. And looks like we got somebody in the wall there. Who is that? It's really hard to see that number. Let's go on with Daniel Rowe's car. Looks like the number 7 car is Zach Mahoney. Really good battle. Those guys are just trying to figure out, do I push now? Do I save? What's kind of the strategy? Sometimes you have to, you have somebody who's saving that's really holding you up. You got to get it and get going, and run your own race. You can't allow someone to dictate how your race is going. You see John getting up on the inside of Zach Mahoney there, making another move. He's up to, looks like 12th now, which is right on time, right what I expected. I'm getting a report down from pit road that it looks like Justin Diaz has missed the race. Oh, and we see the 95 of Brandon Dittmer go spinning. It looks like Zach Mahoney, Brandon Dittmer have an accident, and they're down on the inside. We'll see if they throw a caution, and they do. 2 cars get into an accident. We're going to throw the caution just to make sure those guys can get going. But man, let's see what happened there. I have no idea. Looks like Brandon Dittmer is on the bottom a little bit, and he goes up and he just gets loose and comes down and hits Zach Mahoney, puts him into the wall. They go down, slide into the grass. Not a bad thing though, because at Scars we have a fast repair, so we have a fast repair for a reason. Mistakes are going to happen, man. We're not professionals. Brandon Dittmer is a heck of a race car driver who we saw last week and at the charity race. And so we know that just what I was saying earlier, it's going to get loose. It's going to be a little bit hard to make that decision of when to push and getting around cars and how the car aero changes and how things feel differently. It really takes some time to get used to that. And it looks like he just got a little bit loose off the bottom and gets into the wall. It just happens to, unlucky for Zach, be collected in it. But he'll get down pit road, get him a fast repair. He'll be able to get back into the race. No harm, no foul. Both of them should be able to get back going. Maybe kind of chill out, relax. You got the first 6 laps out of the way. But I think everything will be okay. Everybody can kind of take their breath and chill out. We'll see if we have some people coming down pit road. I'd be surprised with only 2 tire changes, changing tires this early. But it looks like we have some folks that are coming down pit road. Obviously, the 7 of Zach Mahoney, the 95 of Brandon Dittmer are going to come down and get the faster pair. It looks like the 12 car of Shane Ledoux. Let's try to get a. It looks like the 59 of Justin Cope will come down, and it looks like maybe they're just going to fill up on gas. Really quick pit stops. It looks like maybe just a really smart strategy move just to get out and get some gas. Why not? Everybody's still in the race. There's probably going to be a few more cautions as everybody gets everything sorted out. So probably not a bad move. The guys up front, the top 10 for sure. No way coming down pit road. We only have 2 extra sets of tires, so you get 3 total. One that you started the race on, and 2 extra. Way too early to come down and get tires. You want to save those for these long green flag runs that are sure to happen. As I was saying before, it looks like Justin Diaz, last week's race winner, missed the race. Looks like they had a hauler break down and they weren't able to get the car to the track. So last week's winner already having some struggles. That's the way it goes. That's the way championships go. You have really highs, you have lows, and they seem to happen back to back sometimes. But that'll be okay. 2 drop weeks, he'll be right back in it. I'll give you a quick update on the top 10. Not much has changed. You got Ryan Hinkle in first place. You got Lee Dawson in second. Jonah Colbert third. Kevin L. in fourth. Sean Pauley in sixth, as I give you something to look at. Looks like Mark Cook in sixth. Scott Tompkins in seventh. Steve McDonald 3 in eighth. Aaron Gerwitz in ninth. And John Honker moved up in the top 10. Started at the very back. No surprise. And I definitely would expect to see him. And this caution was really good for him. It allowed him to get caught up. All that space that the leaders are putting on him, now they'll be able to really as these camera angles are just awful. All that the room that they were able to put on him being out front, the gap's now closed, so now he's got kind of a reset to start over and get going and get up to the front, which I would imagine will be pretty quickly. You see him there in the 49 in the Publix car. Oh, okay. Looks like we're going green. We get ready for the restart. Ryan gets a good jump. At the start of the race, we set it up to where, the leader and second place go on green. But after that, we follow the iRacing rules where, hey, you can go whenever the pace car comes out. You make the call. You're leading the race. You get the choice. And so that's what Ryan does. Gets a huge jump. Is able to get a good start. Looks like he gets a pretty good gap as Jonah Colbert comes into second place, passes Lee Dawson, and gets by him. Let's look back here as just a really big gaggle of cars. Everybody's fighting for position, trying to get themselves positioned into where they want to be going forward. Looks like everybody's doing a good job, giving a lot of room there. Looks like John going below Scott Tompkins. That's for ninth place. Just continue to march here. He looks low on Steve McDonald. Steve McDonald shuts the door just a little bit, but I would imagine right there he gets a good run off the corner. Daniel Rowe gets in line behind, looks like Mark Cook. Aaron Gerwitz gets a huge run on John Honecker and goes low, and John just gives it up, gives a spot up as Scott's going to fight back on the outside. John had to back out. I think that was probably more than what he was wanting to do. Aaron got a good burst of speed. I don't know if he came in and took tires. I don't think so. I think he just got a good run while those two were side by side. And it's like the low line is just really hard to manage. He's doing the best he can, but you see that John now peaking on the high side of Scott and Aaron Gerwitz on the low side. Let's see if they can hold it. Oh, it's John has to back off just a little bit as Scott just pushes up the track. It's not easy to beat 3 wide there, so I can see that was a good idea. As John continues to put a little bit of pressure on the high side, as Aaron is under John. Man, really good battle here. A couple guys, Aaron, John, both of them really fast. I would expect to see both of them up front at the end of the race. I'd be very surprised if they weren't. So they're racing each other right now. Probably a good idea just to relax and try to move up to the front, get up front, and race it out for the win. You see, you've got Jonah Colbert making a pass on Ryan Hinkle for the lead, with Lee right behind him. Lee going to give him a really good push. Knowing Ryan, I would say he got his lap led. He's probably just going to let Jonah go, and that's exactly what he does. Jonah gets a really good entry into 3 there as they come off of 4. Ryan looks like he might be giving up second place too, as Lee looks on the inside, and no, Lee drops back a little bit. Ryan gets a good run off the high side. It's really hard to tell so far, and we'll get another caution. I'll bring somebody in and we'll ask them, but it looks like it's really hard off the bottom side on the low side coming off the corners. Those cars get really loose, so it looks like it may be a little bit difficult. You see John still trying to get past Scott Tompkins. He goes by Stephen McDonald on the outside. Really good battle up front, man. This car puts up a really good show. I know a lot of guys don't like the high downforce cars, but they really do allow for some really close racing. You get huge runs with that giant-ass spoiler, and you're able to do something, make something with it. It's just a momentum car. Hey, if these guys get up here and they race side by side, that gives these other fellas a chance to get up and get caught up with them. But because you just scrub off so much speed if you're not running the ideal line, which uses up pretty much the whole track. You go down to the bottom, you want to sweep out to the wall, and we'll watch Jonah Colbert's inside cockpit view and just watch a lap as we go out down in turn 1 and 2, or this is 3 and 4. And let's watch a lap and just see kind of what he's doing and what a leader lap looks like as he goes down to the bottom, gets a good run. He's getting a draft from Lee Dawson. He's trying to just make sure Lee doesn't get a good – you see he gets a really sweeping entry, goes down to the bottom lane, eases on the throttle, just a little feather just to make sure, hey, are you there? Am I going to push up the track? A lot of times you can hit the throttle at this track, and especially in turn 2, your car just wants to push up to the outside. Way too early to pancake the wall. So looks like he's really being patient. Those tires are going to start getting worn out about 15 laps. And you see kind of the push up, and I think he's doing that on purpose, but you see kind of what it does. The car just wants to go straight out to the outside wall. You're just going so fast, and the banking isn't enough to hold these cars. So but after lap 16, looks like we've got a few guys that are making some moves. We've got Mark Cook, a newcomer, just joined tonight, already showing his mettle, what he's made of in the 98 car. Moving up into 3rd place by Ryan Hinkle, which seems to be he's either falling back, he's either used up his tires, or he got his lap led and he wants to just relax, take a breather, not race so hard so early. 80 laps here, while it doesn't seem like that many as just a number 80 laps here is a long time. So better to take it easy. A lot of these guys who push early could drop like rocks and start going towards the back as they push the cars way too hard. Still really good battle back here between John Honaker and Aaron Gerwitz. I mean, they've been going at it for about 10 laps now. These are fun guys to watch. I've seen Aaron enough to know that he is an aggressive driver. And as you see, Daniel Rowe and Sean Pauley, Scott Tompkins comes down and hooks Steve McDonald. Oh my goodness, big wreck as see cars go spinning. My goodness. You see Daniel Rowe takes a shortcut through pit road. Let's go back and see what happened there. My goodness. go on board with Daniel Rowe and see what happens. See, Daniel goes down, tries to get a run on it, loses the run a little bit, right on the bumper of, oh, and that's that push. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. He was right behind him and just got extremely tight when he stuck the nose out there. Probably just trying to get a good run on Paulie and try to go to the outside and get a run, and just that's not on Paulie, that's on Kevin. And it looks like Aaron Gerwitz gets the wall, or almost did anyway. And then from there on, it's just kind of a melee there for a little bit, as you see that Scott Tompkins looks like he gets a hold of it, spins through the grass. Let's watch it from his point of view. And you see, Carr just pushes straight up, right into Sean. Sean spins. Scott, oh man, just almost missed it. Steve comes flying by, just totally disregarding the fact that there was a wreck happening. And it looks like Steve paid the price for that. Yeah, I don't think he made a mistake. I think he was just trying to miss it as Scott was coming across the track, trying to get a couple positions just in case a caution didn't come out. But it looks like right now he's on pit road. Still got fast repairs. I think everybody involved in that wreck still has a fast repair, and should be able to get back on there in the track and and this not affect them. But from here on out, now you don't have that fast repair. You have to be a little bit more careful. You have to, take it easy a little bit. Maybe relax. We're already 20 laps in. Matt, maybe they can't relax. You at this point, maybe you have to go, especially if you're now at the back. Daniel Rowe sitting in pit road. I don't know. He looks to be about 35 seconds into his pit stop. It looks like he chose not to do a fast repair and decided maybe I can just fix this damage, ride it out, and save that fast repair for when I really need it. As far as how wide this track is, I'm a little surprised we're having as many incidents as we are, as we're on board with the leaders, Jonah Colbert, in the 88 JC Graphics car, Ford Mustang. I expected with this track being as wide as it was that, guys would leave plenty of room. But, it's interesting with iRacing. A wide track sometimes can be a little, I don't know how to say it. There's only one line at the end of the day. That iRacing just hasn't figured out how to model a second groove. So as much as space as there is on this track, there's really not as much space as you would think. Cars are fighting for the same line. They want to race in a certain line. That's where it's fastest. If there were multiple grooves, you would see these cars all over the track, a lot more space. Guys wouldn't be as close to each other. But with it being one groove, you really have to, you've got to make moves. You got to make the runs. Whenever you get them, you have to pass and take those when you can get them, because if you let up just a second, the guy will be right behind you, ready to take your spot. So looks like we're coming to green now. We'll see the pace car duck off pit road. Top 5, Jonah Colbert. Second, Lee Dawson. Third, Ryan Hinkle. 4, Kevin L, and 5, Sean Paulie, who survives that melee and is still running the top 5. You see John Honaker gets a good run on Kevin on the high side. That's a legal pass. You can pass on the outside, coming to the start-finish line. It's no surprise, John Honaker up into top 5. Just 20 laps in after starting at the back. Made some really good moves. Was able to survive the crash and was able to slow down, not arc brake the crash. And now he's running in top 5. So good lesson for those who got caught up in that wreck, who didn't slow down. The guy who slowed down is now running top 5. You see Sean looking on the inside. He's got a little bit of damage on the right front of that Wawa car. And we'll see as this run goes just how bad it is. Maybe it won't hurt him too bad. The aero model here is not. It's not sometimes it's just awkward how it works. Sometimes it'll be extremely sensitive, just a slight scrape. Sometimes you can have your hood can be up in the windshield and still driving good. That's a guy really out of the groove, running way high. It's probably just trying to maybe just stay out of the mess. You got a 3 wide here between Mark Cook. Big pass for in the middle there. 59. I still have to get used to some of these newer guys that just joined today. Glad to have those guys. Justin Cope, Mark Cook. Really appreciate them guys coming out. They seem super fast. And for our second race of the season, another 20-car field, which is just amazing. I just can't say how proud I am of this league and being a part of this and what it's grown into. It's really a heck of a place. Lots of really, really awesome guys, really fun guys, fast, clean. A lot of newer folks. These are a lot of COVID racers. You see Mark Cook, man, he's getting aggressive. Let's go on board with Mark Cook. I think that'll be exciting to see. You see he's looking on the inside. He's making use of those runs. These guys run side by side. I talked a little bit about this last week, is where some guys are willing just to come in, ride in the back. Hey, this is my first race. Let me just chill, and that works out great. Everybody in a league loves it when the new guy comes and runs in the back. Oh yeah, just run in the back, rookie. Nobody is nobody's ever thrilled to see a new guy passing you on his first race. That's competition. That's what we're here to do. We're here to win. So everybody's different. It looks like Mark Cook, he's ready to go. He's ready to get up here and lead some races. He gets a big run on Jonah Colbert, just on the inside. I'm really impressed with Mark Cook. He is driving the wheels off of it. We'll find out how good his tire saving skills are. He's got the lead. He's got the best spot in the house. We'll see if those tires are going to last, and see just if he's outrunning them or what. But let's go through the field real quick as everything seems to kind of calm down. Mark going out to the lead, getting about a 4/10 second lead. And you see Aaron Gerwitz out of nowhere, passing John Honecker for third. Got it down on the inside. Let's see if he can complete that pass. I know John has been fighting to get up front. A couple guys, I talked to John and Jonah. A lot of those guys are really big on tire wear. They ran a few tire runs, saw what the tires are going to be. So be interested to see with Mark and Aaron passing them so quickly. And I see what it is. It looks like, yeah, okay. Looks like Mark Cook and Aaron Gerwitz have newer tires. They came down and took tires on one of those caution flags, probably the last one, and that's where that speed's coming from. I'm sorry about that. So it looks like they decided they were going to come down and take tires, and it's working out really good for them right now. That means that they're down to just one extra set after this. So if it goes green all the way, I think that's going to be the right move. It's going to prove to be a pretty good idea. You see both of them getting out to a lead, putting a little bit of distance on Jonah and John as they put those new tires to work. It's an odd. You see a really good battle here between Lee Dawson. Looks like Justin Cope and Brandon Dittmer. Brandon Dittmer had a little bit of trouble early, got a little loose, and was able to bounce back so far. And you see Lee get a little bit loose, maybe a little unsure what was going to happen there. He backs out a little bit. But a really good battle here. Man, this is really exciting. I'm having a blast so far. I was really worried about how this was going to go, but so far it's been really exciting. Lots of storylines playing out. You see Zach Mahoney running 7th there in the 7 car. It's a little bit close to John. His tires may be starting to fade a little bit, but he was catching John. Maybe John's tires are fading. I'm not sure. like Aaron and Mark have kind of stepped out a little bit, about 2 seconds on the rest of the field with those newer tires. As we get to the lap 30, Aaron's going to start putting a little bit of pressure on Mark. He's going to dive down to the inside. I don't know if Mark's going to just let him have it or if Aaron's just going to take it. And Aaron's got the preferred line. Seems like the high line would be a little bit quicker, but coming off the bottom like that, he slides up in front of him, blocks any run that he might have, and we got a new leader, Aaron Gerwitz, in the 09 car, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's something. I mean, Mountain Dew's got everything. It's just something Mountain Dew. Blue one. I'm not really sure what that is. New leader. We've had a couple, 2 or 3 different leaders so far. A couple different strategies are going on to see, what'll be good for these fellas if we go green the rest of the way. They'll be in the best, being out front, green flag pit stops. They do everything just right. They have the winning strategy. You see Brandon Dittmer get past Jonah Colbert there. He is also on new tires. So Jonah Colbert's the first car in 4th place on old tires. If it goes green the rest of the way, I don't know what a fuel run is, and we'll see what that'll be soon. I'm assuming. Usually only have to make 1 pit stop, but if it goes green the rest of the way with the 1 pit stop, this strategy will be really good because they'll have the 1 set of tires. The other guys who haven't taken tires yet will take their set, and they'll run to the end, and these guys didn't lose anything. Where you'll run into issues is if with 10, 15, 20 laps to go, there is a caution. That will be where they may run into trouble. But both of them are extremely, extremely fast. Running some of the fastest laps. Mark Cook run a 40.9 on par with everybody else as far as fast laps. Aaron Gerwitz, we already know he's fast. So it's not going to be surprising to see their strategy work out either way. Let's go through the field. Let's highlight a couple drivers as we kind of fan out a little bit as guys are starting to get their. As you see, Aaron Gerwitz in first, Mark Cook in second, Brandon Dittmer in third. Really need to find a better camera because these are just awful, just awful. 4th place, Zach Mahoney. Looks like he did take tires as well. So that's he is no stranger to being fast, running up front. So I would imagine he's right where he should be for sure. It looks like maybe he's starting to get a little bit of pressure from Jonah Colbert, or it's hard to really tell where the tires start to equalize a little bit, but it looks like he's starting to pull away a little bit on Jonah. You see Jonah in 5th place. Stephen McDonald got caught up in the last incident there. Looks like he went in and took tires as well, taking really good advantage of that time to pit, take 4 tires. He's in 6th place, having a really, really good run. Stephen, very old racer, used to race with us back in the HFK days. Great 83 was his name, and he's a legend in my book. Really awesome guy. I enjoy racing with him. I'm so glad that he decided to come race with us. Battle between Justin Cope and Lee Dawson. Justin Cope, I know nothing about him. He just joined today. Lee is one of the sneakiest drivers on this track. He's too nice, I think, so far. He's very. If I'm going to pick somebody to race around me and to feel absolutely confident that I can trust them and their abilities, Lee Dawson's definitely one of the guys that I can trust to race around, have a good hard race, and he's tough. He's tough on the long runs. If you equal tires, he's going to be tough as the race goes on. Ryan Hinkle, he started on pole. He's settling in around 9th place. Obviously he's probably running 4th, 3rd, 4th, depending on how you look at it based on the tire situation. A lot of these guys in front of him have new tires. But a really, really fast run today. You see John Honaker in 10th. I don't know if he's got a little bit of damage. I can't really tell if he got into somebody. It looks like the right front's a little bit crinkled up. So he may be nursing some wounds there. But it's good to see that Daniel Rowe has gotten it back together, and he's starting to make a move under John. He should have new tires as well. He started at the very back on this restart, so he's headhunting right now, running 12th. Just not a lot of place to go right now. This track is filled top to bottom with cars in front of him. I know he wants to kind of get in there and get going, but you can't drive through cars. You have to drive around them, and it looks like he's trying to figure out a way to navigate this. He fixes damage. Looks like the damage wasn't too bad. He's able to make passes and run on the low side. You see Alan Smith there coming in behind. Alan Smith did not pit. He's running on the same old tires he started on. Making a move on John there. As you see oh my goodness. Justin Cope gets a little sideways, bounces off the wall a little bit, got a little bit tight. Saves it though. Everybody did a really good job of staying out of the way and allowing him to get it gathered up. Man, that's a nice car. I like that Mustang, man. That's a really nice paint scheme. Got Nick Passmore running in the 14th place as he blinks out. And he's back. And he's gone. And he's back. Nick's one of our newer drivers. He's, man, that's a really nice paint scheme. Man, I'm super impressed by everybody's paint schemes this week. They look really good as he gets into the wall. And, oh, my goodness, he gets a little bit sideways. He goes through the grass. I guess he heard me talking about him. He decided to knock down the wall. Nick's, a lot of the guys here are newer guys, newer racers. We want to be a place where new guys can come in and not feel like pressure to be amazing. You can't make a mistake and people yell at you. Like, we don't want to do that here. We want everybody to be able to come in here, learn, work on their skills in a really fun environment. And Nick, he's probably got a month or two under his belt, and I got to say, if there's somebody that has improved quicker than him, I would love to see it because he is super fast. He does really good at a lot of tracks. The first couple weeks, he was getting lapped, and now in the last 3 or 4 races, starting last season and the first part of this season, he's been really competitive. I know he just kind of slapped it off the wall, but who doesn't? I'm sure he'll get it gathered up and run these guys down. Us. Oddly enough, Scott Tompkins really slow, not slow, but quiet. He got into a wreck early. I don't know if he got the damage fixed. I can't tell. It looks like his car is looking pretty pristine. So I don't know. It looks like he pitted. I don't know if he took tires or if he just took gas. Yeah, it looks like he decided to fix damage. So he might be running with a damaged car, trying to save that fast repair. And that looks like to be what it is, because he's running. He looks to be a little bit off the pace, and his best lap time is right there with the leaders. So as you see, the left front just a little crinkled in from hitting Steven earlier. You see that Justin Cope gets everything gathered back up in that Ford Cobra Mustang. It goes on the inside of Sean Paul. It looks like Sean Paul has some damage as well. He's trying to nurse and tried to. Looks like he got into that first wreck with I believe it was Zach Mahoney, and I don't think that was Zach, but he got into a wreck earlier. He decided not to fix his damage, not to come down pit road. So it looks like he's a little bit off the pace, saving that fast repair for another time. I'm getting a little bit worried that, all these guys trying to save their stuff, save their tires, save their fast repair, may not work out for them as they're losing a ton of time. You see Sean Pauley. You see he's got Alan Smith, Zach Mahoney, Kevin L. They're coming down pit road. Starting the pit stops on lap 43 of 80. Good time to do it. Breaking it halfway. That way you can make it to the rest of the race. You see they come down to pit road and make their stop. Looks like everybody gets in pretty cleanly. Oh, no, looks like Alan Smith had to back up just a little bit. Misses stall. That's fine, you know. That happens. It happens to the best of us, you know. But he gets it backed up and gets it in there. And pit crew gets, his invisible pit crew gets going. Out front, these guys aren't pitting anytime soon. I know I wouldn't. These guys are out 5-second lead, just putting on a clinic with those new set of tires. You know, these two are running nose to tail. I don't know. I haven't really been watching. I don't know how many, if they've been battling or just trying to run nose to tail and gap the field, make those tires work. Because this is working out perfectly. They can run out. They've got a 5-second lead. As long as they don't wreck each other, heaven forbid, they've got a really good run going here. They're in a good spot where they've got a little bit of grace period. They don't have to hit pit road so hard. They can come down, be real easy, give up a second or two if they need to, just to make sure they get into pit stall and get on pit road. Not speed. There's no rush. And they've got about a 6-second buffer at this point. We see that looks like John Honaker has pitted. A couple guys have already made their pit stops as pit lane is starting to really heat up. There's decision time for a lot of people. You know, Jonah is the first car without new tires. So it's probably not a bad idea just to go ahead and come down pit road, get tires, and try to make up a little bit before these guys hit pit road, Mark Cook and Aaron Gerwitz. They're probably going to wait a little bit longer. If I was the first guy or one of the guys that hadn't taken any, I'd be right. I've been down on lap 40, try to go ahead and make this time up because they come out on new tires. They're going to be, right now they're running 43-second flat out front, 43 and a half, 43. You know, low 43s in the pack. A flying lap's 40.9 or 41 flat. That's 2 seconds. So you go down pit road, short pit these guys. In a couple laps, you've made up quite a bit of time when they come out. So interesting decision to see what these guys are going to do. You see Jonah starting to make moves with those old tires. Looks like Steve and Brandon Dittmer has burned them down, and Jonah's starting to make a little bit of making a good run on Steve and see if he can get a good run on him and get past him. And our race is the JC Race Graphics and Media 150. The owner, Jonah Colbert, there you see his JC Graphics Ford Mustang. Check him out on Facebook. If you need a car painted, you see, a little bit slow as John Hunter comes through with those brand new tires, trying to make up a whole lot of time. He's lapped down right now. He's got to pray that there's no caution and get out front. He's either going to run down those guys or if he gets trapped the lap down, that could be trouble for him. But check out Jonah Colbert on Facebook. He does really good paint job. You see, he's made a ton of the guys' paint schemes in this league. He used to paint back in the day in NASCAR Heat. For major websites, it would sell full car packs for the year. 2001, 2002, whatever the series guys were running, they would paint replicas. He's got a lot of experience, and he is dirt cheap. If you want something amazing for, some guys are out here charging $50, $60 for a paint scheme. That's ridiculous. And they're not even half as good as what Cole's putting out. So definitely check him out on Facebook. Just Google search JC Race Graphics and Media, Facebook, and it should pop up immediately. You see Sean Pauley coming out of pit road. A lot going on right now. I don't really know. You see Mark Cook still out front. Aaron Gerwitz, looks like he got back around Aaron Gerwitz. Making a good run on long run on these tires. And we'll see as whenever they decide to hit, just how much time these other guys are going to make up on them. People like John Honaker, a couple guys so far. and see if they're able to make up time. You see, let's see what John's running here. He may be trying to save his tires. You can get a second and a half out of a new set of tires and not be running it wide open. As he's running about a 42 even, which is about a second faster than what Mark and Aaron are running. So that's plenty enough. There's no need to try to get 2 seconds and burn them up when when they come out of pits, they blow right back by you. So looks like we got Jonah, Lee, and Ryan pitting together. They come down pit road. Everybody gets woed up just fine. And see if they can get a money stop and see where they come out in relative to these other folks that are still either waiting on a caution or, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But a really cool long green flag run. Love to see green flag pit stop, to see Scott Tompkins in pits. Scott Tompkins is currently running. He's a lap down in 18th, and looks like his damage is just too much. He may have already used a fast repair, and it looks like he's just trying to get the damage fixed. Looks like his day may be done. You never know, but that's going to be hard to make up as he goes down another lap. So him and Sean Pauly both running with a little bit of damage. Sean Pauly looks like he either got his fix or he got a fast repair. He's wearing him out. He's running a 40.9. He's turning some fast lap times. Well, I cannot stop watching the lead. I keep trying to go through the field, give everybody some camera time, but man, these guys right here are just battling it out. 2 new guys, at least new guys to the series, battling it out, trying to fight over this position. Be interested to see when they pit. They've lapped up to, looks like, about 8th place, as a caution right here would help them even further. They'd be able to come down pit road, stay on the lead lap, be in the top 5, probably be right where they are now in first and second, because everybody else would come down and get their last set of tires. These other guys who've just short pitted, these guys, they really do not want to see a caution. You don't really know. They're running just such close lap times. I know it's probably tough, and it looks like Mark is indeed coming down. I thought he was coming down pit road. He may have just gotten a little bit loose as Aaron pulls back up on him. Yeah, it looks like he kind of got a little squirrely on the bottom. These tires, they are on. Yeah, they're about 36 laps on these tires. That's a lot. That's plenty. If I were them, after all these guys pitted, it's time, I think, to come down and get new tires, get ready for the last 25 laps of this race. And I would much rather be running guys down with new tires than being old tires trying to hold these guys up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. These guys have pretty much pulled out to about a 12-second lead over second place Brandon Dittmer. You see the gaggle cars coming behind them with fresh tires. Sean Pauly there, John Honaker you see in the green car in the back, running these guys down, trying to put down some laps and try to make up that gap that they were behind whenever they came there. So. Well, I'll tell you who is really flying as Jonah Colbert, Ryan Hinkle, Lee Dawson, they pitted together about 4 or 5 laps ago. All 3 of them just ran almost identical time. Jonah Colbert, Ryan Hinkle ran an identical 40.872 with Lee Dawson running at 40.842. So definitely either working together or just they're getting with it, trying to run, make up as much time as they possibly can, and be in a good position once these pit stops really cycle around. Because you've got quite a few people that are on old tires. Before Shane Ledoux, oh, my goodness! As soon as I change to Shane Ledoux, he looks like he gets into Sean Pauley. What happened there? I'm not real sure. You know, man, that's tough right there. It looks like, it looks like maybe he was just trying to get out of the way and just kind of eased into that wall. And when he did, he came out and hit Sean. And oh my goodness, I feel terrible for Sean. He was making up so much time. Albeit a couple laps down, he was on his way to try to get back up there. And get a lucky dog or something like that, but instead he gets caught up in a wreck. And, like I said earlier, this is Mark Cook, Aaron Gerwitz, Brandon Dittmer, Stephen McDonald, Jeff Vickery, all these guys and Daniel Rowe, who pitted a long time ago. This is the perfect scenario. Unfortunately, a lot of guys, Jonah Colbert, John Honecker, Ryan Hinkle, Lee Dawson, these guys have just pitted, who are a lap down, are now going to be having to take a wave around. They're going to have to take a wave around as these front guys pit. They're for sure going to take tires, and they're going to have to be out there on older tires. Perfect scenario for the top 5 currently. As you see, they come down pit road. Shane Ledoux coming in limping as he bounces off the wall. Pretty much all of those guys are going to come down pit road. The guys who had pitted on last lap 30 or 39 laps ago. So they will be, and you see John Honecker comes down as well. As they cycle through, I'll have a little bit better idea of where everybody is shaking out. Whether they're going to take wave arounds or whatnot. I thought John Honecker was a lap down. It looks like he is, so I'm not real sure what his plan is. Let's see if we can get him in here and talk to him and see what's going on. Hey, John, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
What's up?
All right, tell me what's going on. I see your lap down. You just pitted. I know that was a really bad caution for you. What's going on? Why are you pitting there? You just accepting the fate, or is there something else going on there?
I wasn't paying attention and didn't realize I was still a lap down.
All right, well, good deal, man. Good luck in the rest of your race. I'll let you go. That's not what we want to hear, man. I was thinking you were going to get up there, but hey, you still got plenty of time. These guys are going to get going. You may be able to get back through there.
Yeah, probably not. I just took my last set of tires too, so that's going to be
Well, all right. Well, I'll throw you back up there. I just wanted to know what was going on. Hey, Aaron, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
I do, sir.
Man, y'all have been having a great race. You and Mark Cook up there. It's been exciting. Y'all had a really good strategy to take tires there as y'all are coming to one to go. I'll keep it brief. Had a really good strategy call there to go ahead and pit when other guys are staying out, and it worked out perfect. Talk me through a little bit about that. Did it work out like you thought it would? What are your thoughts on it?
It actually worked out better than I thought. I thought we were going to go green to the end, so I figured come down and take tires, and then was going to take 2 with like 10 to go, take rights and splash the field to get us to the end. But this actually worked out better than I planned.
Well, good, man. Looks like you and Mark pretty quick, running similar lap times. He's pretty quick. Do you think you're going to be able to beat him? Looks like you've got about 20 laps to go, so do you think you got something for him?
I've got something for him coming at the end.
I heard that.
I'll let him get out there and burn his tires up, and then I'll just drive around in the last 5 laps.
Man, that's awesome. All right. Well, looking forward to it. I'm going to let you go because y'all are about to come to green, so good luck.
All right. Thank you, Eddie.
Gotta love it, man. You gotta love confidence. You just, everybody loves a nice guy, and hey, I'll be happy with second place. No, nobody's gonna be happy with second place. We want first place, so I love to see that. I love the competition, being competitive. You see, we're coming to green. We got about, it looks like we're going to have 19 laps to go. The field looks like they're still trying to catch up. Guys who get in the wave around. And you see Mark gets a really good restart on Aaron. And 20 laps, a long time. It sounds so quick. If you were at Bristol, 20 laps, be over just like that. 20 laps here is a long, long time. 42 seconds a lap. It's a long time. So it's tough to manage this for some drivers, especially new guys who say, okay, there's 20 laps to go. I've got to go as hard as I possibly can. Unfortunately, sometimes that'll bite you in the rear end. As you push so hard, you burn your tires up. And just like Aaron said, you know, he's hoping maybe you don't know what Mark's got. Mark may be the same way. Mark may be chilling, taking it easy, and waiting on Aaron to burn his stuff up. That's the little back and forth game that you play. So it looks like Aaron's got his strategy. He's going to just keep him close, keep him in his sights, and looks like he's going to make a move right now. All that patience that we just heard looks like it went out the window in a couple laps, and he's going for the lead. So hopefully he doesn't fall into his own strategy and burn his tires up trying to pass Mark. Look like Mark's he's really going to race him. Aaron's going to slide up in front of him and take the lead. While they're doing that, though, Brandon Dittmer and Daniel Rowe right behind them, ready to pounce. We'll go on board with Daniel Rowe and see. You see Daniel starting to get a little run on the inside of Brandon Dittmer. As you see that Mark Cook takes the lead back. I'm not sure what was happening. Sorry about that, but looks like maybe they got a little bit. You see Aaron's all over the back of Mark Cook, putting that pressure on, trying to get him to make a mistake. Get him a little bit loose off the corner. You see how the car yawls out just a little bit as Aaron gets on his back bumper off that corner. And right now they're getting it. I mean, the time for relaxing, taking it easy, saving tires, all that stuff. Saving tires at the beginning is way different than saving tires now. Saving tires now is you're still got to put the lap times down. You've got to push because there are guys that are right behind you. And you see Philip Nugent. We haven't talked about him all race. They're laying down. Every one of them, top 10 is running 40.8, 40.9s, just laying down these really, really fast lap times. And it looks like Jonah Colbert and a couple of guys were able to get in there and get that last set of tires, which should do them really well. Get another caution, they'll be right up there. They're starting to fan out a little bit, but you see Daniel Rowe has done pulled up to the back of Aaron Gerwitz, putting a lot of pressure on Aaron. Aaron's had a really good strategy. He got out front probably because Mark maybe had to lift a little bit, was able to get around him. Mark takes it back, and but the thing is, you know, you can take it easy only until you have somebody on the back bumper where you really have to make a decision. Are you going to go? You know, are you fast enough to take that position away from Mark? Or are you just going to give up second place to Daniel? Daniel's coming, and he's got a huge run on Aaron. As he peeks to the outside, Aaron blocks. He doesn't block. He's just defending that entry line to make sure that Daniel doesn't surprise him with a dive bomb to the bottom. They both take a middle down to the bottom, take a really good arc in, and get a good run off. You want to make sure that if you're going to make a pass, it better be a good one here, because every second that you stay side by side with each other, Mark's just going to take off. And they really can't afford that. Mark is shown to be way too strong to let him get out front and get too far away. As you see, they're coming up on a lap car now of Sean Pauly, who was involved in that last incident. They're all over the track, man. This is great racing. You know, Aaron goes up the top side. You know, with the lap car coming, that's probably a smart move. Looks like Sean is going to stay well out of the groove, let these guys race it out. It's so tough, and it's not Sean's fault at all, but it's so tough for a lap car to be on that outside corner. You see Daniel Rowe gets to Aaron's right rear quarter panel going into the corner. gets a good run through the middle and it's right on Aaron's bumper. This is really good racing. Auto Clubs always, I think back to, you see Daniel gets another run on Aaron and just putting relentless pressure on Aaron. Aaron trying to just be patient with Mark, but Daniel is just not having any of it. These races here are always so good. I think back to Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon's win, where they're both slipping and sliding off turn 4, come to the checker flag as Jimmy Johnson won that race. But just unbelievable races that we have. You see Aaron Gurwitz getting a good run, man. This is awesome racing with Daniel on the outside. Daniel's going to slide in there on the bottom, driving it really deep, trying to see if he can get clear of Aaron, and he's going to slide up in front of him. He's going to take second. He gets a little bit loose. Oh, my goodness. These guys are driving the wheels off these cars. Amazing. Coming down to 12 laps to go. Mark still has command of the race. You still got to pass it, you know. And it looks like Mark gets out of the groove. It looks like both Daniel and Gurwitz are going to get past him. Gurwitz gets a huge run off that middle groove on Daniel as he goes to the low side. Daniel's going to have to really defend this because the same thing's going to happen to him if he doesn't get a good enough run in the middle of that corner. And you see Aaron is able to clear him off of turn 4. Let's see if Daniel is able. Daniel gets a good run off the corner. What is Aaron going to do? He's got one guy bottom, one guy top. He's going to block the bottom, but it looks like Daniel's going to come up to the outside and get a good run. Is Mark going to push Aaron into the corner? Daniel's got to get down lower. I know he's trying to get a good run off the corner, but he's got to put a lot of pressure on Aaron on that. He makes a good crossover move. He's be able to get that run off the corner and get by him. Looks like he is. He's right there on his left rear quarter panel. Let's see. Turns 3 and 4 seem like the better spot for the inside line. It looks like it's harder to get down the corner. It's Aaron, man. He really, oh my goodness, he is getting on it. Holds that top line. He's really wheeling it off the corner as Daniel has him by just a nose coming down to the checker flag. And Daniel Rowe is going to take the lead as we come to 10 to go. And there are a lot of people showing up. Philip, they're battling. They're racing as hard as they can. Racing their guts out, man. This is awesome. You see Brandon Dittmer, Philip Nugent, and even Jeff Vickery. We haven't talked about him that much, but he is just laying in the weeds, man. He's a little snake waiting on these guys to have an issue. As you see 3 wide, Mark Cook putting on a show, man. What an amazing move to go from 3rd to 1st in a corner. He goes down in the corner, and Daniel Rose right on his bumper as they come off of turn 4. See if Mark can keep from it. And, man, what an amazing move. Oh, my goodness. You see Philip Nugent getting a good run on Aaron as these guys are battling it out. Nose to tail, 1 through 4. Philip's got a really good run. You can see that head of steam as he's going down the front straight. Was able to pull up on Aaron Gurwitz. Oh, my goodness. This is great. You see, Aaron gets a little bit loose as he couldn't decide if he's going to go high or low. He's able to get it straightened back up, and then they're right on each other's bumper. You see Mark guarding that inside line going into 3-4 because a lot of guys have been able to make a lot of moves there. Turns 1 and 2, it doesn't seem like the high line is struggling as much, and I may be completely wrong there. He's going more with Gurwitz. Right now, there's 8 laps to go. The biggest mistake that you can make is to try something too soon, try some wide, really hard move off the corner, push up into the wall, wreck another driver. You really just want to be patient here. Use the runs that you get. Don't try to make something out of nothing. These guys are just equal, running just, the lap times are identical. They're nose to tail, using that draft. And it's just going to come down to who saved the tires the best, who has enough to make a pass. Mark's in the best spot. As the tires start wearing out, the bottom line doesn't work anymore as good. You're not able to get that run off the bottom. And you see Aaron gets a huge run. My goodness, they're so close. You see he goes to the outside, trying to make a move on Daniel, trying to get that momentum. It looks like he's able to get it. Daniel has to give him the top side as they come off the corner. Daniel gets in front of him just a little bit. Aaron's got a huge run, though. They got to be careful. Mark is starting to pull away a little bit. You see Aaron go to the bottom side of 3 and 4. Daniel has to give it to him, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. They are dead even as Aaron takes to the apron to try to get that little bit of advantage. As Daniel has a run off the top side that was just monstrous. Mark is starting to pull away a little bit as these guys battle it out. Something's going to have to give. Somebody's going to have to do something. I don't know if it's just the fact that they're trying to pass each other. Is Daniel burned his tires up? What has happened here as Mark is just starting to pull a nice half-a-second gap on these guys right now. Aaron goes down to the inside trying to get past Daniel. Daniel goes a little bit wide. That's going to give Aaron a good run. It looks like if he gets down low enough, he's going to be able to. No, Daniel comes back on the outside, and Aaron does clear it. So Aaron up to second. About 5 laps to go. Aaron's fast enough, and we know his plan was to let Mark get out there a little bit and run him down. Daniel was the foil to that plan. He was able to execute that. Daniel came up there and was like, I'm going to race for the win too, and gets up there, and they're battling it out, driving their guts out, man. This is amazing to watch. What a battle. Aaron, he fought really, really hard for that second place. You see, he gets a little bit loose off the corner. That's going to give Daniel. Daniel does too, and has to back off a little bit as Phil Nugent goes to the bottom. Aaron is still about half a second away from Mark Cook. Mark Cook's got a pretty comfortable lead right now with 4 to go. Aaron's going to have to just let the battle, let his tires cool down a little bit, and go headhunt, man, and try to get that victory. He definitely can still do it. They're running pretty similar lap times. We'll see as they come to the line this time with about 3 to go if they're able to. If Aaron's making any, and you see Mark taking a really nice line to 3 and 4. Aaron coming out really wide. We'll see. We'll see what the lap times are at the line and see what the comparison is. Yeah, looks like Mark Cook's still a little bit faster, maybe half a tenth faster that last lap. As Philip Nugent's starting to really reel in Aaron Gerwitz. Looks like all that battling and stuff has really put a toll on his tires. And Philip is making a move on the bottom side. Let's see if he's able to complete that pass. How much does Aaron have left? You see Aaron gets down on his door. You're not going to use the whole track up on me. You're going to have to work for the second place. This is Mark's. The best thing that ever happened to Mark is this right here. Mark, all he has to do is hit his marks with 2 laps to go. These guys are side by side behind him. All he's going to do is just don't overdrive it. Don't get too big of a rush. You see Aaron really tough on the outside. He's not going to let him just have it. Maybe Aaron's tires are starting to give up a little bit. And you see Daniel starting to come back into the fight as these guys run side by side. And Aaron pushes up out of 4. And you see a couple guys getting a little bit loose. Looks like Brandon Dittmer and I don't know who that was. Jeffrey Vickery get a little bit loose as we come to the white flag. Mark Cook, 0.3 of a second lead. You see Daniel Rowe gets under Phillip as they go down into turn 1 and 2. Comes up off the corner. That's the best thing that Mark could have seen because Phillip was coming. They have made a little bit of headway on him. I don't know if he had a mistake or what happened, but Mark goes down into 3 and 4. You see the battle for second. That's really the most important battle right now. You see that Phillip is getting a good run. Aaron has to back out of it a little bit. And it's a drag race for second place. But the winner, Mark Cook, in his first race in Scars, takes home the victory. What a race. What a strategy call. What an amazing job to make that call to take tires early. It worked out in their favor. I'm sure they didn't plan for that to happen, but sometimes it's better to just make a call, and you know what? It's a pretty good idea to take tires early for a long run. really didn't expect too many cautions out of that, and it worked out perfect. They got they got out. They were able to get the lead with brand new tires, and the other guys had to go around and try to work their way up through the field. And what a battle! I have to say, I'm extremely impressed. Holy cow, that was amazing to watch. Mark Cook, Aaron Gerwitz, Daniel Rowe put on a damn show. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that again because it was just so much fun to watch. Congratulations to Mark Cook, man, great win. Philip Nugent finishes second. We pull up the results here, and we'll start with the first page. Mark Cook finishes first. Philip Nugent finishes second. Aaron Gerwitz third. Daniel Rowe finishes fourth. Brandon Dittmer finishes fifth. Had that first accident at the very beginning, so good recovery for him. Ryan Hinkle comes out and finishes sixth. Steve McDonald seventh. Good run for him. Lee Dawson eighth. Jeffrey Vickery looks like he was running the top five or pretty close and had some issue towards the end there on the last lap. But really good run for him. Jonah Colbert rounding out your top 10. Nick Passmore in 11th. He was running around 17th at one point. So man, what a great finish for him. Kevin L finishes 12th. Justin Cope 13th. Dorian Hamilton 14th. John Honecker, tough deal. Definitely one that you watch for. Thinking he was going to drive up through the field. Got caught with some bad strategy and finishes in 15th place. Alan Smith 16th. Scott Tompkins, lots of trouble with damage. Finishes 17th. Shane Ledoux, same issue. Sean Pauley, him and Shane got together. Sean Pauley, just a tough race. And then Zach Mahoney rounds out the top 20. Man, I have to say that was fantastic. We'll see if we can't get a couple guys in here. I don't know if Mark is on is in Discord, but we'll get the top 3 in. We'll get maybe the top 4 and talk to them because I definitely want to talk to Daniel, and we'll bring him in right now. Hey, Daniel, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
What's going on, Eddie?
Dude, that was amazing. That was amazing, dude. You had a heck of a battle with Aaron and Mark there for a good 15 laps, man. You know, what kind of happened? Did you burn your stuff up? But either way, it doesn't matter. Y'all were getting at it.
Yeah, I think I just burned up my tires. The fronts just didn't turn as well. Just getting up under people, it starts to push a lot. But that was some fun racing. You know, that's some racing there.
Yeah, it looks like the strategy worked out pretty good, and was able to be able to pit there and be on the lead lap and not be behind like some of the other folks were that took tires later on. I mean, what did you need to get past them? I know you kind of struggled getting past Aaron. Aaron was fighting hard. What did you need to get past him and maybe battle Mark for the lead?
I think I needed just a little bit looser of a car on exit. It just kept pushing up as soon as I got behind somebody. You know, it's tough with this package, but it's fun.
Well, man, hey, great race, dude. When you go back and watch this, you'll see. I mean, it was amazing to watch. Man, really, really fun. Thank you for doing that, putting that on. That was super fun. You can't go wrong with a fourth place finish. Not with racing like that, man. That was super fun. So.
Nah, fourth place like that's better than a first place. They don't feel you earned. So.
Well, man, good race. Congratulations on the top 5. Man, really awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a ton of fun. Loved it.
Hey, Philip.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, this is Eddie in the booth. Dude, that was awesome. That was so cool watching you guys do that, watching those top 3 race it out, and you sneak in there and take second, man. Tell me about your race, man. Tell me what your thinking was in the last 10 laps or so while you were watching them battle out, and you definitely knew you were catching them.
I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. My heart's still pumping, so if I get a little jittery, you have to excuse me. Coming in to take tires for that last caution, I thought it was going to be a gamble. I didn't think I was going to wind up anywhere near in position to do any striking. And then pretty much the race up to that point was just monitoring tires, and not trying to overdrive. So I knew I was saving tires, just staying in check with the lead group, and then with a few to go, just start trying to move forward. But it was tense to say the least.
Well, it was super fun to watch, man. You made some really good moves. You were really smart watching that battle, making use of the runs. only Ford Mustang in the top 5, so you're really, you're representing the Ford guys in the in the front. So really awesome. Congratulations on second place, man. That was super, super fun to watch, man. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thanks, man. I got to thank Ford for giving me a fast car, too. Wouldn't be able to be there without them.
All right, man. Well, good finish.
Thank you.
Aaron.
Eddie.
Dude, what happened, man? I mean, first of all, like I've told the other guys, amazing battle. Y'all were getting at it. It's unbelievable how much fun that was to watch. Tell me what happened. I know your strategy said was to kind of let him get out front and get ahead, but it looked like you had a little bit of something from behind that was kind of keeping you from doing that strategy. Is that what happened?
It's exactly. I was focused on him and not focused on the guys behind me, and pushed a little too hard early, and then had to defend them off at the end.
Well, dude, don't feel bad. That could have gone 1,000 different ways. There's no doubt you're one of the fastest in the field. Nobody's looking over that fact. You put on a hell of a show, dude. It was really fun to watch, man. I'm super excited to have you in the league. You make it really exciting. So congratulations on third place. Third place ain't nothing. In that battle right there, you could have been first or sixth.
Yeah. I was just looking at the times afterwards, and we were all within about a second of each other.
Right. Well, congratulations, man. I know you wanted to finish first, but yeah, that was still an amazing race, and good job, y'all keeping it together, not wrecking. That's always good when they have a nice battle like that. So that was really fun to watch, man. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Eddie.
Well, all right. Well, that is it for this race. I just want to thank everybody in the league for showing up. A lot of the new guys for coming in racing clean, man. You just don't know how much it means to us that y'all come in, put on a good show. We're so glad to have the new folks. Congratulations to Mark Cook coming in your first race, and I don't want to say you dominated, but you dominated. I mean, you were the class of the field. Even when it was super close, you were still out front. So I know he's not. I can't really get an interview with him. He's not on Discord, but we'll talk to him sooner or later. I'm sure with driving like that, he'll be there'll be a lot of conversations to be had for sure. Amazing race. I don't know if I knew what to expect. I was a little worried as green flag pit stops were going. I thought we were going to get strung out a little bit, but these guys put on a show that was fun to watch. If anybody's watching this that's not part of the league, this broadcast, is what I call it. It's mainly just for, it's just for us, just to have fun. But if you do happen to be watching it, come on by. Give us a message. Eddie A. Smith on iRacing. We're on Facebook, Scars League. There's a lot of ways to search for us and find us. All the links are down below if you happen to be watching this broadcast in the future. Definitely give us a shout. We'd love to have more. We'll take all the Mark Cooks, Aaron Gerwitz guys that we can get. We will take clean, fast, know how to race around each other. These guys came in and showed that they belong right away, and that's what we need. We want guys who are coming in who are going to race, put on good shows, be able to have fun, race. I mean, you get on iRacing. This is where leagues make such a huge difference. You get on iRacing, and you go into the official series, and it's just guys talking about their day. Their wives don't talk to them enough, so they have to get on there and tell you about what they're eating and what they're doing and what they like and all this kind of stuff. You're trying to race. Then these guys go in there and it's caution and lap after lap after lap. Every you have 11, 12 cautions, and this is what you want. I mean, this is the type of racing that iRacing was built for. League racing with people that are really good guys who can put on a show, who can race you hard, not give you an inch. We're not the type that, hey, just move over and let somebody go. We don't do that here. We want you to race. We want to have the competition, the feeling of being like NASCAR, where you fight for every position. Everybody can be a Ryan Newman here. That's fine because that's what we're here for. We're not here to just move over and let guys go and and hurdy-dur-dur and just move on. We want guys who's going to race, and that's what we got. So really proud of everybody. Super excited to see what's going to happen the rest of the season. It looks like we've got, I mean, this race alone blew my mind. Not what I expected at all. The finish is completely different. But if you're interested, you're not a part of the league already, or you've been watching, wanting to be a part of it, just give us a ring. Message us on Facebook. Our league page, Scars on iRacing, has a link to the Discord and other ways of getting a hold of us. Definitely reach out to us. We'd love to have you. But thank you to everybody. Thank you for Jonah for sponsoring the race. The JC Graphics, Racing Graphics 150. So definitely check him out if you want a paint scheme. He can do custom. He can do replicas, whatever you want. He can do it, and he's extremely affordable. He's not trying to rip people off, and he'll make a really, really good paint scheme. So definitely check him out for that. So, well, thank y'all. Thank everybody for watching. Hope y'all have a great week. Next week is Martinsville. If this track was like this, I think Martinsville is going to be something to see. It's going to be exciting. So we'll see you back next week. Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good night.